So this is part two for Cuneiforms, and I'm going to make it big so you can see how it works. Now the problem with this was the ancient Babylonian language. The Babylonians, they were schooled by Sumerians, but they're the first ones to come up with square roots. And since we were working on square roots, kind of goes hand in hand. This problem here, they didn't have a concept of decimal points. They didn't know what it was. So they just wrote numbers straight out. So I'm going to show you how they did it here. They just started out with the first number. So the first number they have here, and hopefully you can see it, the first number they have here would be, this is 10 and this is 1, this would be 11. Then they would put an addition sign so they can add. So this would be 11. Then they'd say, okay, what is this number? This number here has to be 32. So they just did tens and ones, so this number would be 32. They didn't just write 32. They would write 32, and because they were a base 60 society, they would say 32 over 60. It's kind of like a clock. So this is the first part. This is the second part. But they also had a third part. So this number here, so they would do plus. This number here is 22. And most people think they would just put it over 60. They would put it over 60 squared. So, because they didn't understand decimal points, so this was a whole number. This is their first fraction. This was their second fraction. They loved the fractions. They loved it so much they invented a clock. So if you're going in, you're going to do these next three problems. You can do the same thing. Now, if there was another set of numbers after this, so I have these numbers. If there's, like, say, another set of numbers, say they had this thing like a 10. So then you would say plus 10 over 60 to the third power. And if there's another number, you would say that number over 60 to the fourth power. You just kept going. So work on those three problems and take a look.